because you're not that cute. And your hair is uneven. You look dusty.
Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi Leah. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome. I do hope you decide to subscribe, and if you are a returning subscriber, you guys know that I love you. It's so good to have you here. Welcome back. So my usual disclaimer, this video is strictly for educational purposes. Please do not go searching out people that I talk about in this video. Don't send them any form of hate comments, threats, or violence. This channel does not support any of that. So this video is something that I've seen circulating for about a week now. It got a lot of coverage, like news stations have been talking about it, a lot of media outlets, and I just had to talk about it because I'm like, what the heck? Okay, you guys, let me just go right ahead and play the clip.
I was walking down the street and there was 3 men walking towards me. The guy, Anthony, he literally grabbed my wig and pulled it. Sir, for what reason? For what reason? For what reason did you take my wig off? Because what made you think that that was the good thing to do? No. What made you think that that was the good thing to do?
Please.
For what? For what? Why did you do that? What makes you think that that's okay? Is that funny? Is that funny?
Apologize.
You don't even know me.
No, please.
Do you hit women or something?
Please.
Why did you take my wig off and keep walking?
There's no reason. Just apologize.
For what, sir? Why?
Can you just apologize and leave?
Why?
Apologize. Just say it.
Why did you take my wig off and just walk away?
Please.
Because what? Why?
Please.
Nah, have a nice one. Have a nice day. You're nice as fuck. Him? He needs somebody to beat his fucking ass. I'm dead ass.
Lindsay Ashley posted this viral video and is now pressing charges.
When the cops called me and was like, all right, you put a report in, we're gonna pull the CCTV. They saw it, he was like, he assaulted you, and he just kept walking.
She said she recorded the man as a way to protect herself and posted it because he refused to apologize.
If he had apologized, I would not have posted it.
The man's employer caught wind of the video and put out a statement saying that he's no longer with the company.
Well, justice to me would be him actually realizing, maybe I shouldn't have did that. Maybe that was wrong.
So you guys can see that was a black woman who had her wig ripped off her head on the streets of New York City. And I'm like, when I saw that, I was like, what is this? What kind of childish, juvenile, unprovoked? Was that supposed to be a joke? Because he was laughing throughout. Apparently, he was the only one laughing. There was nothing funny about that. Anyway, you know what? There's been so many reactions and commentary on this particular issue. Let me just go right ahead and play what people had to say about this.
There is a rampant and sustained anti-black women campaign that social media amplified in about the past 15 years that people are uncomfortable talking about. And that's why the white man in the video I just stitched felt completely justified putting his hands on a black woman, because somewhere along the line, he learned that it was okay to disrespect and assault black women because she's wearing a wig anyway, right? I bet next month's rent that he would have never gone up to a white, Asian, or non-black Hispanic woman and put his hands on their head. And if you think for 1 second that this casual misogynoir doesn't spill over into other aspects of society, like the fact that black women have the highest maternal mortality rate in America, you're part of the problem.
Hold up, TikTok. You seen this dude? The one that snatched that beautiful black queen's wig off? Just randomly snatched the beautiful black queen's wig off? You wanna know why he did that? Brownie points. He thought that the 6 or 7 people he was with was gonna be like, oh, bro, yeah, woo. No, they all was pissed. White people tired of white people shit. Like, this right here is disrespectful. He didn't even know this lady. And what she's saying in her video is that this wasn't just a wig you put on your head. This wig was one that you put in your hair with combs. So he had to struggle to snatch it off her head. And he successfully pulled it off her head, basically wringing her by her neck. And this disrespectful mother thought it was funny. But even the white people he was with did not find it funny. And he's a lawyer. He's a lawyer. But they found him, and guess what? He got fired already. The company he worked for say that is not a representation of what we stand for. We are diverse. White people tired of white people shit. Stop it. Stop it. You don't just walk up to a beautiful black queen and touch her, period. This is why we have the Crown Act. Because of stupid people like him.
For what reason did you?
So go back and watch that creator's video. They're sharing the contact information of this man who decided he should rip the wig off of a black woman because he was drunk and or high and thought it would be funny. Oddly enough, this man isn't a lawyer, and so he should realize that that is assault and he should not have done that. So feel free to contact that man's employer and blast them on LinkedIn. But this brings up the other conversation about respectability politics and behaving a certain way in luxury spaces, or simply ignoring racist and or bigoted people. Because oftentimes black people, people of color, do not want to make a scene in certain spaces because they feel like them dramatizing their experiences, them dramatizing being treated poorly, will reflect upon them even worse, because they're already in a space they should not be in, therefore they should know how to behave in a certain way. And this proves that you could just be walking down the street minding your business and someone could feel like it's their right to put their hands on you because they feel like it. And the excuse for these situations is often that this person is inebriated, this person was having a bad day, or this person has mental health issues. But people on the other end of the stick are never giving those kind of graces. And this is why I said in my previous video that if you come across someone trying to make you feel uncomfortable in the space that you're in, to embarrass them, because that's really the only solution to this problem. It's not about trying to change their mindset, because no one has time to do that kind of work in reprogramming someone who is clearly broken. But what you can do is embarrass them enough so that they will at least leave you alone in that situation, or possibly rethink doing that to another black person or person of color in their spaces. Hopefully now that that video has gone viral, he will receive some kind of consequences for his actions, because I've seen plenty of attorneys on here receive backlash simply for having brand deals on TikTok, let alone assaulting someone and it being caught online and distributed all across the world.
Yes, in this exclusive footage obtained by local news stations, you can see Lizzie.
First of all, I'm one of the people who believed her right away. Just from the heightened sense of panic in her voice, the on the street confrontation, I can tell that he pulled that off her head. I didn't need this extra video to prove it to me. I don't know why other people did. It was clear that it was pulled off her head. But now we have the footage, and I call it moving the goalpost, right? Because now people are going to want to know what happened before then, and so on, etc. We all know nothing else happened. He had a thought, enacted on it, and now he's lost his job. Okay. And it's a lot worse than I thought it was. Like, yes, because I've put combs in my head. I've put, like, you know, wigs and weaves or whatever. And if it's a comb, if someone yanks it, it's going to hurt. But that's not the only thing I want to talk about. I'm just reflecting on this. And I've seen other videos where, and I'm talking in particular about black people here now, where black men have snatched wigs off of black women's heads as for fun, for a joke, over and over and over again. I watched a whole story that was on the news that where the girl was completely injured by it, like it injured her scalp because I guess I am not that so involved with my hair that I do lace front wigs that just seem really high maintenance. But I guess she had one of those, and those things are attached. And, you know, those instances didn't get as much play on the internet. In fact, I just happened to come across that months before this happened, and it was just like a hodgepodge of events. I bookmarked it. I'm not going to play it, but I just noticed that those didn't get as much traction. And I just noticed that these interactions, I'm wondering if this person who snatched her wig off may have seen those things and seen them posted to social media as a joke for fun. Ha, isn't this funny? And, you know, maybe thought that it would be the same thing, or, you know, not to blame anyone else but him for what he did, but I've just noticed that the people being appalled and people having a severe reaction did not happen with all of these other incidents when black men ripped wigs off a black woman's hair. Being appalled and reacting to it happened when a white dude did it to a black woman. Just saying, I'm noticing some failure to be consistent about the problem. No matter who does it, it's full-on assault.
Encourage black women to wear their hair the way that they want to. Keep your hands off of their hair, their weaves, and their wigs. Treat them with respect.
For what reason?
Today I want to shed some light on a topic that demands our attention and action. The racist attitude surrounding black women's hairstyles and the use of wigs and weaves.
Sir, for what reason? For what reason?
Hair is a beautiful and versatile aspect of one's identity that has long been a battleground for discrimination and marginalization, especially when it comes to black women. For centuries, black women have faced relentless scrutiny and prejudice because of their natural hair. Society's narrow beauty standards have perpetuated harmful stereotypes, labeling afro-textured hair as unprofessional, unkept, or even unhygienic. It is important to recognize that black hair is not a trend, a fashion statement, or something that can be dismissed. It is an intrinsic part of black culture and heritage. Black women's hairstyles are a symbol, a powerful symbol of self-expression, identity, and culture. It is what gives people resilience, creativity, and deep connection to their roots. Yet despite this rich tapestry of history and significance, black women have been forced to conform to Eurocentric beauty ideas with chemical straightening, weaves, or wigs. And when they wear weaves and wigs, they are often scrutinized because they do so. This perpetuates self-esteem issues and the damaging notion that black hair in its natural state is somehow less desirable or professional. It is essential for us to challenge these harmful attitudes and celebrate the beauty and diversity of black women's hairstyles. We must actively work towards inclusivity, creating spaces where black women feel free to wear their hair in its natural form or wear a wig and a weave without judgment or negative consequences. Education is a crucial tool in dismantling these racist attitudes. Open dialogue, education around the historical and cultural significance of black hairstyles, and promoting understanding and empathy is important to fostering an environment where diversity is embraced and discriminating practices become relics of the past. Legislation also plays a vital role in combating these biases. The Crown Act, creating a respectful and open world for natural hair, is a primary example of progress in this area. The legislation already enacted in several U.S. states prohibits discrimination based on hairstyles associated with race, including braids, locks, twists, and afros. We should advocate for the adoption of these laws globally, ensuring that no one is denied opportunities to wear their natural hair. Furthermore, representation matters. Media, fashion, and beauty industries have a responsibility to showcase the beauty of black women's natural hair and challenge the harmful narratives that have persisted for far too long. By uplifting and amplifying diverse voices and experiences, we can redefine beauty standards and inspire future generations to embrace their authentic selves. Encourage black women to wear their hair the way that they want to. Keep your hands off of their hair, their weaves, and their wigs. Treat them with respect. Black women are beautiful and deserve to be treated as such.
I just don't understand. I don't understand. So this black woman, her name is Lizzie Ashley. I actually went to her page and I saw, she likes all the colorful wigs and all of that. Part of her artistic expression, I guess. As black women, we don't joke with our hair. So I can understand walking down the street and a total stranger just rips my wig off my head. I will be shocked. I will be speechless. I'm going to be furious. So I can understand everything that she felt. And it's good that the street actually had a camera that captured it in real time.
Yes, in this exclusive footage obtained by local news stations, you can see Lizzie walking down the road by herself, and he just grabs it and snatches it. And look how her head whips back like that. Did you see that?
So apparently it's being investigated, and the man in question is Anthony Orlick. And the funny thing is, this guy is a lawyer. I'm like, he is a lawyer. He is in the legal profession. So he definitely must have known that what he was doing was considered assault. You don't go on the street harassing women. You don't go on the street ripping wigs off of women's heads. And this is not the first time I'm hearing something like this happen. I think during Black History Month just a few months ago, there was another video that was circulating of a palm-colored guy ripping the wig off another black woman's head. And I'm like, is this a trend? And I checked the comment section of this Lizzie Ashley's video as well, and some women said it had happened to them before, but in some cases the person runs off. I'm like, okay, what is going on? Is that something happening that we don't know about? Like, black women who wear wigs, let's have a conversation. Do we need to know, like, is something happening? Is there like a group of palm-colored men that have made this their mandate to go around snatching wigs off of black women's heads? Was it a dare? You know, Mr. Anthony, were you dared to do that? Were you cajoled into doing it? Were you even in your right state of mind? Because I'm like, was he under the influence of something? Because that's just not normal behavior. At some point I was almost laughing because it's so juvenile. If I could associate that kind of behavior with any kind of person, it'd be maybe teenagers that are just being mischievous, and they do that with their friends, most likely. So for you, sir, as a full-grown man to do that, and I'm like, what was the reason? I don't think he has come out to give any statement, but it's good to know that he's been relieved of his job, because that has to, you know, send a message to anybody who's thinking of doing that. Any palm-colored person thinking of doing something as silly as that and as disrespectful as that, you better think twice, because one day you're going to catch the wrong person. I can't believe this. Anyway, to look on the brighter side of the whole thing, first of all, I have to commend the black woman for being respectful, because obviously she was furious. You could hear it in her tone, but she was still addressing him as sir. Like, girl, I have to commend you for that. I'm not sure I'd be that respectful and gracious after something like that had happened to me. And to think that his friends were even asking him to apologize, but he was just laughing it off. He looked like someone that was in a daze. It was just not making sense to me. Anyway, I think to look on the brighter side, I went to the black woman's page, Lizzie Ashley. She's an artist. So I could see that she used to have like 2,000 views, and then it went up to 15,000 views, and then now she's having like over 100,000 views, 200,000 views. And I'm like, you know, let's just look at the positive. I'm not saying it was a good thing, but at least the good thing now is she has gotten some form of publicity, and I hope that somehow it gets translated into money for her. Like, I hope it helps her career in one way or the other. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think about this whole situation in the comment section. Did you hear about it? What would be your reaction if something like that happens? Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.